I lost control of my arm. See you in the next video. And why are you laughing your head? What have I done?
Nothing, sorry.
Okay.
You were so focused.
Yeah. We'll see you in the video. See you in... I can't do it while you're laughing. Scores are slightly overhyped. Out of 30. 40. Welcome back, folks. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. Hope you are all fit and well out there and enjoying the channel. If you've just discovered us, why not hit that subscribe button and come along and join us on our YouTube journey. We've finally put enough miles into our pair of Nike Alphafly Next Percents to give it the full Run4Adventure in-depth review. So let's waste no time and let's dive straight in. The Nike Alphafly retails in the UK at £259. When it comes down to the weight of the shoe in a men's UK 9.5, it is 255 grams, and in a women's shoe it is 210 grams. The shoe runs off a 4mm offset, so we have 39mm on the heel and 35mm on the forefoot. If you can get hold of a pair, the shoe is available in two colourways for men and for women. And when it comes down to the fit of the shoe, this is a UK 9.5, I'm a UK 9.5. The shoe fits extremely well, so the Nike Alphafly is true to size. Right, let's give you a bit of a breakdown when it comes to this groundbreaking shoe. Starting from the top, the Alphafly comes with Nike's Atom Knit upper, which is a super light updated version of their Flyknit upper that has been steamed and stretched to give you that contoured fit. Perforations within that fabric increase airflow, but they also allow hot and humid air to escape from the upper, so you can remain cool and dry when you're pushing the pace. The Nike Alphafly upper is a little bit different to a traditional running shoe upper. There's no tongue, it is a one-piece upper, so like a sock upper. You've got a little bit of cushioning and padding around that heel collar, and then we've got these clever Nike laces that have these little notches on to give you that very precise fit and nice lockdown around the midfoot. Working our way down to the midsole of the shoe, it is constructed with ZoomX foam, which is a Pebax-based compound which delivers Nike's greatest levels of energy return. Embedded within that deeply cushioned midsole, we've got a full-length carbon plate intended to minimise energy loss through toe off. And then last but not least, we have two air zoom units under the forefoot of the Alphafly to offer a high level of comfort, cushioning and protection while running distance. Within them two units, we've got pressurized air, which compresses and recovers as we run through our gait cycle. And finally, working our way down to the outsole of the Alphafly, we have this lightweight and durable rubber put on the high wear areas. Lengthwise, flex grooves have been added to that rubber outsole to enhance multi-surface traction, offering you confident footing whenever you need it. So that is a bit of information about this space-age shoe from Nike, but let's go through some of the things we've liked and maybe some of the things we're not quite sure about when it comes to the Alphafly Next Percent. So let's go through the likes first, and the first thing we definitely need to address is this Atom Knit upper on the Alphafly. It's probably one of the features in the shoe that's impressed me the most. When you've got a performance running shoe, you want the upper to be very comfortable, really well fitting and super breathable. And the Atom Knit upper does all of that and some. The material is like nothing I've ever seen on a running shoe. It's super space age. It looks like sort of fabric chainmail, so you can see right through it. It's transparent. The first time I put the shoe on and ran in it, you can feel the breeze passing through the upper, which I'd never felt in a running shoe before. The fit of the shoe for me is spot on, it's perfect. It is quite a narrow fitting shoe, which works for me. I feel super locked in, but then I've got a nice bit of space around the toe box. The upper is just a one-piece upper, so there's no tongue in the shoe. So it can be quite awkward to get your feet in it to start with, but once you're in it, you are super locked into this upper. That little bit of cushioning around the heel collar just makes that that heel very, very secure and very comfortable over distance. And then you throw in these super clever laces from Nike. Yep, they're only a pair of running shoe laces, but they've got little notches on them, and I think it's a massive part of the way this shoe fits and feels. When you pull them laces through, them notches lock in place. You are dialed in, you are locked into that midfoot, and as you run distance, they don't come loose, they don't come undone. So even at the end of a longer run, you're still really locked into that midfoot of the shoe. And that's a feature that I really, really enjoyed in the Alphafly. So when it comes to this atom knit upper, I have been super impressed. The next thing when it comes down to likes with the Alphafly is we need to talk about the Zoom X compound in the midsole. Heard lots of great things about the Zoom X. This is the first shoe I've ever run with it in the midsole, and I totally agree. It is impressive compound in a running shoe. Very, very comfortable, very light. It feels super responsive. You feel like you're getting a lot of energy return as you go through your running cycle. You then match that up with the carbon plate in that midsole and the Air Zoom units under your forefoot. And you know, the shoe feels very special. It feels very quick. You feel like you are getting a lot of energy return from this shoe. A lot of shoes claim it, but you really feel it in the Alphafly Next Percent. I think it really would help over long distance with efficiency, running economy. I could really see how this shoe is going to help me be more efficient over marathon distance. We're going to find out on October the 4th if that is the case, but there is just a few things that I'm not so sure about when it comes down to the performance of the Alphafly Next Percent. Number one is instability. You know, I found it really hard to corner in this shoe at speed because you're very high off the floor. You've got all this soft cushioning under your foot and them Zoom units under your forefoot. The shoe is very unstable going around corners to the point where you feel like you're fighting the shoe and working really, really hard and trying not to fall over, to be honest. So that is definitely not a positive when it comes to running efficiency and economy over distance, especially if you're running a twisty, turny course. The instability is definitely a problem. And the other thing is, it just feels so different. You know, is the Alphafly a step too far when it comes to our running shoes? To me, it still doesn't really feel like a running shoe. It feels so different. And I've ran in it several times now and I've still not fully adjusted to the shoe. So I kind of sit on the fence when it comes to the performance of the shoe, and I'm still not sure whether it is just a step too far when it comes to the Alphafly Next Percent. But that is a bit of information on how we felt running in the shoe, putting the miles through the shoe, the things we've liked, the things we're not sure about. But you know by now, at Run4Adventure, we like to score products. So let's get some scores on the doors when it comes to the Alphafly Next Percent. The first thing always to score at Run4Adventure is price. And we all know the Alphafly Next Percent is a bonkers price when it comes to our running shoes. £259 is crazy. And I'm not trying to justify that price, but you can see there's a lot of development into this shoe. There's a lot of space age tech gone in, the upper fabrics and the Zoom X compound. It's all pretty advanced stuff. So, you know, I'm not going to give it a 1 out of 10. We're going to be reasonably fair with the shoe, and it's going to come in with an average 5 out of 10 for price. Next on the list is comfort and performance. And when it comes down to performance of the Alphafly, obviously this is a high performing running shoe. There's elements of it that I've been so impressed with. This upper, I love this upper. I love the way my foot slips into it and I feel super locked in. The fabric just blows my mind how advanced it is when it comes to running shoe fabrics. The Zoom X compound, I love that in a midsole of a shoe, but unfortunately there is them elements of the performance that have let the shoe down for me. That instability on cornering is a big negative when it comes to the Alphafly Next Percent, especially when it's a shoe designed to run quickly over distance. The last thing you want to be doing is feeling unstable and feeling like you're fighting the shoe. And then the fact that it just feels so different to any other running shoe I've been in. It's taken me a long time to adapt and develop to this shoe. So because of them reasons, it's going to get marked down a little bit when it comes to comfort and performance, and we're going to give it 7 out of 10. Next up is durability. Always a hard one to mark when you haven't put hundreds of miles through a shoe, but it's a race day shoe. We've done a fair bit of mileage in it now, and it looks like it's holding up really well. I've seen guys posting on Instagram and Facebook, you know, they've done 200-300 miles in the shoe and it's still going strong. So durability of the Alphafly for a stripped back race day shoe that you're only going to use for race day, I think is pretty good. So it's going to come in with a well put together 8 out of 10. On to that super subjective part of the scoring, and it's looks, but come on, this shoe looks like it's come from outer space. It looks super cool. I still remember that first time opening the box, looking at it, picking it up, touching it. It's a pretty impressive looking shoe. I love the green and black colorway. I think it really suits the ALPHAFLY Next Percent. They've also got it available in a really cool white colorway now. So when it comes down to looks, I think it's a very different looking shoe, but I really like the fact that it looks so different because it is so different. So it's going to score high for looks at Run4Adventure, and we're going to score it 9 out of 10 for looks. So gathering all them scores up at Run4Adventure, the ALPHAFLY Next Percent scores a slightly overhyped 29 out of 40. So let's wrap up with a quick conclusion when it comes to the ALPHAFLY Next Percent. It's a tricky conclusion because there's elements of this shoe when it comes to performance that I think have been brilliant. I love this atom knit upper, the fit, the feel. It really hugs my foot. It works so well for my foot shape. It's probably one of the best running shoe uppers I've ever had wrapped around my foot. The ZoomX compound, it stands up to what everybody says it does. It is impressive compound when it comes down to performance, but there's still elements of this shoe that really let me down. I've heard lots of guys who've run in the ALPHAFLY and the Vaporflies, and they heavily prefer the Vaporfly Next Percent. They feel it's more like a normal running shoe. It doesn't feel bonkers different like the ALPHAFLY Next Percent, but you still get that impressive performance of that ZoomX midsole. I would say if you are a bit more dominant on heel strike, it's probably not the race day shoe for you. It's definitely set up more for a forefoot strike. On a heel, less efficient, not particularly stable either. And when it comes down to the fit of this upper, definitely works better for a narrower foot. If you're quite wide in foot shape, this probably isn't the race day shoe for you. We're definitely going to find out more about the performance of this shoe come October the 4th when we push it over marathon distance. But for now, when it comes down to performance of the ALPHAFLY Next Percent, I'm a little bit undecided. That is a wrap on another review at Run4Adventure. Sorry it took so long to get our in-depth review on the ALPHAFLY, but it was just tricky getting the mileage in this shoe. And obviously I don't want to do mega mileage in it because I'm going to save this as a race day marathon effort shoe. Hope you enjoyed it though, guys. Hope you found it interesting. We have left a link in the description if you want to find out any more about the Nike Alphafly or about Nike as a running brand. Please click that link and do so. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, and why not hit that subscribe button and come along and join the Run4Adventure family. I would be really interested to hear any feedback. Are you running in the ALPHAFLY? Did you manage to get hold of a pair? What do you think about it? Have you found it feels very different to your other running shoes? Have you found there's instability problems while going around corners? Get in the comments below and let us know all about your experience with the shoe. Don't forget guys, you can follow us on our other social media platforms, whether it be Instagram, Facebook or Strava. But thanks for watching guys, we will see you in the next video, and as always, stay safe and keep on running.